All right, looks like we are live. Hello, everybody. Hope y'all can hear me. All right. Let's get things underway here. And let's see. Okay, let's make sure everything is going good now. There we go. Everything kind of, let's see. All right. Hey, what's up? Comment writer. Deca Master, AK Comment Writer Brave. Nice. Hey, what's up, Comment Writer Deno? Thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate it. Every little bit helps, man. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Everyone can hear me well. Hey, what's going on, Zordon? Okay. All right. All right. So today, of course, we'll be talking a little bit about the what's up, Ultra Ranger X. Hey, Charizard Ranger, what's up? What's going on? So been looking a little bit more into Power Rangers. What's it called? Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. And somebody on the comment section the other day of the video from yesterday was saying that that it's not going to be viable for any kind of competition. Hey, what's going on, Ram Jam? What is up, Adam Watkins? How you doing? Did I buy my own Master Morpher yet? No, I have not. I haven't bought my own Master Morpher yet. I should really do that, though. Just to say. I'm pretty sure that once Hasbro starts doing their own Lightning collection, you're going to see those become something of a frequent thing. Master Morpher might be something that they put out just to kind of try to be original and try to say that they put out something that Bandai didn't put out. But I guess we'll wait and see. But so yeah, Battle for the Grid. There's people saying that it might not be viable for tournament settings, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't see, if the rumors are true about a guy like Justin Wong basically beta testing the game and giving and acting as a consultant, that would be that, in my opinion at least, that would be indication that they are trying to make it viable for tournaments and stuff. And if they did that, that would really blow up the popularity of the game. I mean, nobody expected Dragon Ball Fighters to be in, and now that's something that's being played at a bunch of tournaments now. So latest Henshin time status. Hey, what's up, Fire Drake Burst? Still working on it. Hopefully, I'm actually currently working on another project that I'm trying to finish in the interim, and then once that one's done, I could put my full attention to Henshin time. So hopefully, I mean, I can't really give an ETA right now until I have a little bit more kind of completed with it. Then I'll have a better idea, but it's being worked on for sure. My main issue is that it uses the same art design from Legacy Wars. I still want more info before I can pre-order. Yeah, I got you. That's totally fair. Obviously, you don't want to feel like all you're getting is just an upgraded app, essentially, in terms of graphics. I mean, if they're going to use kind of that same model, use the Legacy Wars model, they should do their best to make it as as appealing as possible for somebody buying it on a console by upping the graphics, everything, how it plays is obviously going to play differently on a console than it would on mobile. So there's just a lot of things that they have to do instead of just kind of doing a rinse and repeat, I guess you could say, of Legacy Wars on the consoles. Power Rangers Beast Morphers, I think it premieres soon, doesn't it? It's going to be premiering soon. I don't know the exact date, and I'll be sure to check it out first episode just to see how it is now that Hasbro is kind of manning the ship. See how it feels compared to previous Power Rangers seasons. Maybe I'll go ahead and watch the first episode just to see. I mean, it'll probably be we'll probably have to wait a little bit in just to see how much different it might be, but I doubt it's going to be too much different, at least initially, because they brought a lot of the people that were working for Saban brands. They brought them over to work on Power Rangers Beast Morphers. So you think Hasbro could re-release the Tommy's Morpher as part of the Lightning Collection and name it the Master Morpher? Yeah, probably. That probably, I could see them totally doing that. I don't see why they wouldn't. Are you getting Resident Evil 2? Oh, yes. Definitely going to be getting Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2, man, I got the original. I still have my original copy of Resident Evil 2 that came out on the PlayStation back in, 97? When it came out, 97, 98. I still have my copy of that. And, man, I got it first day, costed $50. I remember that. Costed $50 at, I went and pre-ordered it at EB Games, which, Electronics Boutique, as it was known then. Before they got bought out by GameStop. Now they're just known as EB Games, but that's when they were known back as Electronics Boutique. I went and pre-ordered it there, and I went very early in the morning and got it as soon as the store opened. And I remember I spent the whole day just playing that game, and I love that game. So I'm definitely going to be looking at getting the remake of it. I also love the remake that came out for the GameCube for the first game. So yeah, definitely going to be getting Resident Evil 2 once it comes out. Maybe not. Well, I shouldn't say once it comes out. Maybe I'll wait a little bit, but at some point I'm definitely going to be getting my hands on it. So are y'all caught up on Kamen Rider Geo? No, not yet. I haven't. I stopped at episode, was it 4 or 5? I can't remember. I can't remember exactly which episode I stopped at, but I have to pick it back up again. If Hasbro were to do a team up for Beast Morphers, do you think a Koryuger versus Go Busters adaptation could work? It could. I don't see why they couldn't do it. Like I said, and I've said this before, and I know I'm kind of repeating myself at this point, but now that Hasbro has it, I would expect that they would try to do things that Saban brands never did. So, or at least that's what I would hope. I hope Battle for the Grid has a story mode. Yeah, I saw a lot of people raising that concern whether or not it would have a story mode. Speculation is that they could use potentially as the story mode. It could be some story arc involving Lord Draken. I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see who they get on board for that, and if they're going to go the route of using stuff from the comic books. Obviously, if Lord Draken's in the game, obviously I would assume they're going to use them as some part of the story, but I guess we'll see. Unpopular opinion. I actually like Geo so far. Well, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion. I know there's a lot of people that have told me they liked it, and there's some people that are saying it's not their cup. But people that initially didn't like it are starting now. Yeah, I have the original RE2 before the DualShock version. Go can't change. So Kamen Rider Deno doesn't like it. Eli's Vlogs TV, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't have the DualShock version. I have the first one that came out, the one that came out on release date. So, basically the only difference between mine and the DualShock version is just that the DualShock version is DualShock capable, because I could still unlock all the modes that you could unlock, like the Fifth Survivor mode, as well as the tofu mode. So you hear that YouTube rumors of PR being dead. Yeah, I heard about that. That's actually something, I wouldn't say so much as that's a rumor. That was actually something that Bruno from MMPR Toys was told by a YouTube executive or somebody that, I shouldn't say executive, but somebody that works for YouTube, that I guess he was on a call with, like getting some kind of consultation with. They basically told him, and I had linked that video in my last video if you guys want to check it out. It's the video on his channel titled YouTube Said What, or something like that. That's the one that you guys want to watch regarding that. But apparently, yeah, that's something that somebody at YouTube told him, that PR is a dead brand, and that he should go ahead and reform, just kind of reformat his channel completely, just drop Power Rangers altogether and start making completely different content, which is like, that's ridiculous. I think I might have chuckled when he mentioned that in his video, because that's insane to me that they would say that. I mean, I will say this, admittedly, Power Rangers is not, it definitely doesn't elicit the same kind of craziness from the fans when it first came out. When MMPR came out, it'll never be like a phenomenon like that, where it was just like, like crazy, like parents, fighting during Christmas time to try to get the toys, that it was just ravenous, that the kids were going crazy. It'll never be like that again, I don't think, but it's not going anywhere either. It's the whole thing with this game coming out, Battle for the Grid. You got a tabletop game that is coming out later on this year. Finally, August 2019 is going to be released by Renegade Game Studios. So, I mean, the brand's not going anywhere. It's still a powerhouse. Like I said, it might not elicit the same kind of enthusiasm that it used to, but it's going to be around for a while. I started watching Power Rangers day one. I started watching very first day when it premiered on TV. So, I mean, I won't say that I watched it consistently from day one, because obviously there was a point in time where I stopped watching for several years, for many years, where I kind of, finally grew out of the show and moved on to other things. But I did end up watching a lot of the other seasons that I missed in between once I was a bit older, and once Netflix, especially once Netflix uploaded, once they uploaded all the seasons, which was like in like what, 2013 or so, 2012, I think they uploaded like all the seasons that had come out up to that point. I mean, that's when I started like binging seasons that I had missed. So. All right, so just trying to catch up on the questions here. New country was formed today. What's that? Norway, Sweden, Republic was formed today. Interesting. Okay. So is anybody in the chat here from there? From Norway or Sweden? Yeah. BrolyCon, yeah, I agree with you. YouTube is dead, not Power Rangers. Well, getting a new special features, the 13 writers and new writer results. Feature Geo. Okay. PRs and David Saban really brought the franchise to a rock bottom. I mean, it definitely, I would agree that they definitely kind of, and I think that's why Haim Saban ended up selling it before it got to a point where it lost more value. I think it was a smart move. I think he finally realized, you know what, I've taken it as far as it can go, and before it becomes something that is worthless, let me just go ahead and sell it to somebody else that might be able to give it a fresh coat of paint, which is why I believe he sold it. Again, there's nothing confirmed there. That's just what I believe could have been, a factor. That's just my own personal opinion. And he probably thought he just took it as far as he could go. Probably wasn't going to make the same kind of money that he used to with it. And before it devalued anymore, he decided to let it go. He decided to put it in somebody else's hands. So, your God has the rise, praise me. Hey, what's going on? Terror of Death. That's hilarious. Oh, John Lemus is here. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? It's been a while since you've been on the stream. Thanks for being on the stream here tonight. So what characters do you think will be in Battle for the Grid? They'll probably, if I had to guess, as far as characters for Battle for the Grid is concerned, obviously, from what we've seen in the trailers that have obviously confirmed, is Jason, Red Ranger, Tommy, Green Ranger, Lord Drakon, and I guess the Yellow Super Mega Force Ranger. I don't know what I don't know why the Yellow Mega Force Ranger, but if I had to guess, I mean, probably there's going to be representation of from each season. I would think they're going to have at least one Ranger from each season. Probably the most popular, or probably just to fill a role to kind of wait out. But like I'm pretty sure if they're gonna get anybody from Time Force, it'll be either the Quantum Ranger or it'll be Wes, or it could be Jen. One of those three, I think, would be the the choice from Time Force. If you're gonna go in space, you have to get Andros, right? So I think it's gonna be based on certain character popularity, but also, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some in there that are probably gonna leave people scratching the head, like, okay. I don't think it could tackle the possibility of voice acting. I could see them trying to reach out to some of the actors and seeing if they could get them to do some of the voice acting work. It's possible. JDF would probably be all up in there. It's an interesting game to check out. All right. I'm trying to catch up with everybody here, so just bear with me. Started watching Power Rangers when it was called Power Rangers Wild Force. Yeah, that was the 10th season. You started 10 in. Nice. Time Force. That was a good season to start off on Patty Murphy. Is Battleizer still popular or is it dying down? I don't know, because I haven't watched. I stopped at Samurai like years ago. I got 6 episodes in and then I was done, If Bruno continues to do Power Rangers, YouTube doesn't delete. No, they won't delete his channel. Yeah, they're not going to delete his channel. That was just the person at YouTube that told him that was just their recommendation. They were telling him, "Oh, Power Rangers is a dead brand. You should just restart. Just drop the Power Rangers thing and just start making different content altogether." Which he's not going to do. That would be he would lose majority, if not all, of his fan base if he did that. I mean, that his whole channel was predicated on Power Rangers. It's completely predicated on Power Rangers content. While I do a lot of Power Rangers and Tokusatsu related content here, and I know most of you that's what you come here for. At least, for me, I do other things outside of that. So, but for Bruno, that's all he does. Asking him to do that would be, like what else would he do? I mean, that's always been the main thing on his channel. So, I mean, it's in his name, it's in the name of his channel, MMPR Toys. So I've been crazy since that's, man. Yeah, I know how that is, man. I've been pretty busy too. You've been pushing a lot of those indie comics though, man. So I've been checking out some of them. I'm just waiting. I'm just now waiting to get my copy of Jawbreaker's Lost Souls. I'm hoping that'll come in the mail sometime soon here, because I know those have started to go out. So I'm hoping to get my hands on that. And I think, I'm not sure yet if I might do a review of it here on this channel or on my other channel, on my John Mr. Prime channel. But I'll probably do it here because more people will probably see it here. So they're going to have a ton of purchasable characters. Yeah, I would assume that they would do that with the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid game. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of stuff like that. It'll probably try to have some microtransactions in there, because that's now becoming kind of the norm with games. So in my mind, it's Legacy War Terrasa was perhaps all the active Rangers that escaped the Sentries in the comics. Okay. SSSS Gridman. I have to see that. I haven't watched it yet. Severe Rangers DLC Ranger for Battle for the Grid. It could be. It could very well be. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. Of course, if they do that, they're gonna have to pay Capcom some royalties for that. I would really like to be able to play as Ninjor. That would be cool, right? If they brought back Ninjor or like the Blue Centurion, that would be pretty cool. Okay. Beyond the Grid. New Ultraman anime on Netflix. Yeah, I have to check it out. I haven't had a chance to. Is that out yet? Aaron McKenzie Powell, is that the new Ultraman series? It's already out on Netflix. I know it's the one based on the manga that came out some years ago. That's the one that's going to be on Netflix. I don't know. Is that already out? Well, I hope they don't go too crazy with the microtransactions. Kamen Rider Deno. because that's something that's killing a lot of games. You know, I mean, is too many, you know, having to purchase too much DLC and stuff like that. When people buy a game, they want to have as much of a complete game as possible, not buying it literally as it's being made. You know, that's not. So I need a costume change too for good reason. There's no giveaway tonight, Paul Beam. Gonna make this quick. So a quick PR altogether. Good night, Tokusatsu nerd. You're too funny. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I think everybody in the chat agrees with you. That they're gonna want it to be something that is viable and it's worth their money and time, and obviously has good replayability. I mean, these are all things that are key to a good video game. Not just a good video game, but a good tabletop game as well. I'm actually looking more forward to the tabletop game, because I'm not really. Me personally, I'm not really. I mean, I'll play fighting games, but I'm not huge into them. But I do love tabletop games a lot, and they generally tabletop games. Obviously, it's a different kind of experience you're having. It's a more personal experience you're having with other people. So that's why I'm looking forward to Heroes of the Grid a little bit more than Battle for the Grid. So, and hopefully, if all goes well, I hope to get my hands on an early copy of Heroes for the Grid, so I could review it here for you. And I might even do a live playthrough once I get an actual copy of the game. I might do a live playthrough of Heroes for the Grid here on the channel. Okay. What was your question, Adam Watkins? Maybe there'll be a cross promo with Nintendo Smash Ultimate Ranger. I doubt that would happen, Charizard Ranger, only because, you know, Nintendo is kind of, and this is not me bagging on Nintendo. Nintendo is they don't really need the cross promotion. I mean, if anything, a game like Battle for the Grid would need Nintendo more than Nintendo would need them. So I don't. You know, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but I don't see a scenario where that's very likely, but it could happen. Yeah, I know that Zordon, I know that they played all the Power Rangers Samurai episodes out of order. I know that. That's something I was aware of. So anime comes out April 1st. Okay, cool. Not until April. Yeah, I'll be sure to check it out once it comes out then, because that's what I'm definitely looking forward to. I have to watch SSSS Gridman, though. That's one that I really want to see. Everyone that's seen it has told me that it's fantastic, that it's a great anime. Chungli. Hey, what's up, Orville Joel Concepcion Jr.? The thing about for sure is the inclusion of the Die Ranger costumes and Zords. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Are there any PR seasons that anyone wish for a total remake? People are gonna have to think of that one for a while. I mean, I think there's a couple. I'm sure that one of the first ones people would say is Megaforce, and Super Megaforce is probably top on everyone's list, and then that would probably be followed by Operation Overdrive for a lot of people. So after Geo would be the next After Geo, what would the next Kamen Rider series be? I don't know that they've announced it yet. That'll probably be later in the year when they get closer towards the release, which is a new Kamen Rider seasons typically show up around September or October, if I'm not mistaken, is when the new seasons of Kamen Rider usually start coming about, because they start right as the ones that are going on right now finish. So what's up, Addict Spider? If we'll have a game tournament at Ranger Stop this year, I don't know, but I could find out. I mean, it's something that I had wanted to do at Ranger Stop last year, and the year before that, things just didn't pan out. But maybe. I don't want to say with 100% certainty, but that's something that I will put it out there and see. Talk about how Ryuki is getting a new special. Featuring Geo and Geis. Okay, I hadn't heard about it. I hadn't heard about that, Adam Watkins. Or Ryuki is getting new toys too. Wow, that's cool. Ryuki coming back. I'm saying the Dino Charge was great because I personally didn't think so. Yeah, there's Fire Drake Burst. I think a lot of people liked Dino Charge, but I think Dino Charge, well, at least initially when it started off, and then I remember a lot of the people that thought it was great, kind of changed their opinion. After they said it started off strong, and then it just went, a little downhill after that. I think what it was is that people were excited because it had a strong start, and then it just kind of floundered a bit after it aired. I haven't seen it, but this is from what I've been told from people that have actually watched it. They said it started off strong, then it just kind of lost its appeal to them. Part Power Ranger. Power Rangers, Beast Morphers, and MMPR. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of no. Emmanuel Cobain, Power Rangers isn't dead. That's just something that you might. I guess you just joined the stream right now. Sorry for adjusting the microphone here. Yeah, there you go. Dino Charge had too many characters, so probably not a lot of focus there because of that. But no, Power Rangers is not dead. Power Rangers. It doesn't elicit the same kind of enthusiasm that it used to, but it's by no means a dead brand. So, thoughts on the new Sentai team? The new Sentai team. So you're talking about Real Soldier, right? That's the one that's the next one, the one that's kind of a dinosaur. Back to the dinosaur theme. No thoughts on it yet, really. I mean, I'll check it out. Typically with Super Sentai, I'll check out at least the first episode just to see if see how it is. But I'm not sure when I'll have time to do that with Real Soldier when it comes out. So, I mean, the suits look decent, I think. But suits, good suits doesn't make a good show. So I'll have to wait and see. Dino Charge and Super Dino were both good, but they have had the same problem as all Nickelodeon series where they can only air 22 episodes a year. Yeah, that's a huge problem, I think, John Lemus, for shows. I think that's a very huge problem that Power Rangers has had being on Nickelodeon. And the bigger problem too is it's not so much the 22 episode seasons, even though I don't think that's good. I think that it's really the bigger problem too is the hiatuses they take. I think the hiatuses are way too long, and they kill the momentum of the show. So, Dino Charge needs a total remake. So that's another one on your list. How Fire Drake Burst? Good reason for delaying the premiere. They might be just trying to build up a lot more anticipation for it. So, Zordon, I think people in the chat would disagree. His dad. That's funny. I'm a tiny bit disappointed that it's just more Dino than Knight. Yeah, that's yeah. See, I originally heard that it was going to be like dragons and stuff like that, or rumor was that it was going to be dragons. So it looks like it's going to be a mixture of dinosaurs and I guess more of a medieval dinosaur type of theme with knights. Did you hear about Defy Media? I did not hear about Defy Media. What's going on with Defy Media? What's that? Maybe you could explain that to me, Emmanuel Cobain. Yeah, that's what I personally believe hurt the show the most. Attic Spider was the whole hiatuses being way too long. Just killed the momentum of the show completely by having a 4 or 5 month hiatus. No kid wants to wait 4 or 5 months for their. Well, they're probably checking every day, and when they see that it's not coming on, they're going to give up after a while. They're going to move on. They're going to find something else to watch. So, yeah, no, that's just something that Adam Watkins. That's just something again. That's just something that somebody said kind of offhand, really, to Bruno from MMPR Toys, and it's just people are trying to run with it and say that, they're trying to chime in as to whether it's true. There's some people that are just trolling about it. It's not dead. It's just, it's obviously just, it doesn't hold the same kind of enthusiasm it used to, but it's not a dead brand, not by any means. Oh, pirate. Oh, you're saying the saying is dead is dead. Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying now, Zordon. I got you. All right. Or it should be treated the same way Super Sentai, where it's an episode every weekend all year round. Yeah, that would be awesome if they did that. Unfortunately, though, they, here in America, well, I don't know if that's an unfortunate thing. People need to take their breaks, but yeah, it would be nice to have no kind of season breaks and just have continuous shows going, but people don't want to do that. So you think that Hasbro would make Zoologer adaptation for season 2 of Beast Morphers, aka another hybrid season? Possibly, just to catch up. They could do something like that. It just depends on if that's the route that Hasbro wants to take or not, or if they want to try to film these shows completely in their entirety. So Defy has many YouTube channels like Matt Patton. They stole $25 million from creators. Wow, I didn't hear about that. So Defy Media is a network, you're saying. They're a network that apparently that had people like Matt Pat under them and they stole money from them? Is that basically the gist of it, Emmanuel Cobain? They shut down a while ago completely to the surprise of its clients. They left without paying them. Oh, okay. So Common Writer Denos, you're following up on what he's saying. Wow, yeah, no, I hadn't heard about that. That's awful. You see, that's why that's why I'm glad to say I never joined a network. I mean, there was always, and I got approached by a couple different networks, but yeah, no, I was okay to take chances on my own then, on my own there. So, I never wanted to join a network, because the thing is, once you join a network, there's expectations they have of you. They want you on a particular uploading schedule. Obviously, they take a portion of your ad revenue. They'll take anywhere from, I mean, you get certain protections because of it, but they'll take anywhere from like 30 to 40% of your ad revenue and things like that. And it's, yeah, I was just like, nah, I'm okay. Hopefully Hasbro handles the hiatus problem for Power Rangers better than Saban. I hope so too. I hope they. But the thing is, that's again, they're more in the, hey, what's going on, Nadeem? How you doing? They're kind of at Nickelodeon's mercy because of how Nickelodeon orders the episodes. So they're kind of stuck like this until at least I think 2021 is when their contract with Nickelodeon expires, and then from there they can see if they go on to another channel, go on to another cable network there. Wow. I have to check that out. Philly D made a video. I have to check it out. I want Beast Morphers. So we're going to save Zoologer for 30th anniversary season. Well, let's see. Like I said, Hasbro's got a great opportunity ahead of them to do a lot of things different. So when I said there are 3 more seasons airing at Nickelodeon of 22. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, pretty much, Nadeem. Yeah, if you lose you do lose a degree of creative control in the sense of, well, I'm not sure so much. I mean, they'll sometimes, I mean, depending on what kind of network it is, they can influence the kind of content that you create. But that's usually stuff that you find out before you sign an agreement with them. So if you think that Ghostbusters, both have animal teeth, so also work up to Hasbro. Yeah, it is up to Hasbro to decide. So okay, can find a change that. Yeah, I agree. It should definitely be on a different network. That's a good question, Common Rider Deno. Why is he talking about it now? Interesting. Aaron, so you're working on weather themed Common Rider since 2016. Oh, nice. That's a pretty cool concept. Weather themed Common Rider, like elemental, like, or just like straight up, just like controlling the weather, like wind, hurricanes, stuff like that. Kristen, first rules and other trash. Yeah, I think a lot of people agree with you on that. Bowsette. Did you see the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie? If so, thoughts? I haven't seen it yet. I do want to. I do want to check it out at some point. It's crazy though, right? It's like Broly was a character that was created as, not even, he wasn't even canon to the power to the Dragon Ball Z universe. It was just kind of a side story, and then he took on a life of his own to the point where they had to make him canon. It's crazy, and it's such a popular side character that finally became canon in the actual, what would you call it, in the pantheon of Dragon Ball. So that's fantastic. Any thoughts on Kamen Rider Blade CSM set? No, no thoughts on it yet, but because and that's pretty much because I probably won't be getting it. I mean, I've had CSMs before. I've gotten CSMs before, but they're just so expensive, man. They're really nice. Don't get me wrong. They're absolutely worth the money you pay. I think personally, they're definitely worth the money you pay. It's just they're just so expensive, man. They're just so expensive. How would you remake MMPR your way? The original MMPR, or you're talking about like? I mean, I thought everything they did with the first series was fine, especially for the time. So I'm not sure that I would do things too different. I guess the only thing I would do differently, man, if we're talking in terms of story, I mean, there was some inconsistencies that they had between the first and second season, especially. Well, I should say, I would have had more consistency, I guess, with certain stories. So, are you watching Geo? I watched like the first 3 to 4 episodes, maybe 5. Maybe I got up to episode 5. I'd have to refresh and go back and see. I liked it. I liked it from what I saw. So, Matt was having his first child, so his channel was in the back burner for the time he was getting money until Defy Media guys asked Matt and his wife if he could keep what, like if keep making content. What do you think of the theme song for Power Rangers? What do you think? Power Rangers. Well, I guess I haven't heard it, so I guess I'll have to wait and see. Hey, what's up, Yuki Dog Zombie? Thank you. I'm glad you watched the videos. Hope you'll continue to watch the videos, and from time to time, join us here on the live streams whenever we do them. This is where I, just sit here and talk with everyone, and we just catch up on things, on either news relating to Power Rangers toys or other things that I cover here on the channel. So you're going to want to play catch up fast. Yeah, you're probably right about that, John, because I keep hearing a lot of things about. There's a lot of people that keep mentioning stuff that I see online about Kamen Rider Geo that definitely gets me curious to watch more. So Kamen Rider Shinobi, pure awesomeness. Have you seen Tokusatsu Gaga yet? No. Who is that? Who is Tokusatsu Gaga? I don't think I've ever heard of them. I'm assuming that's a channel here, right? On YouTube. Let's see. What y'all are talking about? Did you ever play MK Mythology Sub-Zero? I didn't. I did not, but I do remember the game though. Do I like the new logo for Power Rangers? No, I don't. I actually like the old logo better. I think the new logo is very generic. It's much more generic looking, in my opinion. So, any expectations for Avengers Endgame? Well, one thing for Avengers Endgame that I'm looking forward to, especially after seeing the trailer, I like the trailer actually a lot, and I like it because it feels it feels like it's going to be a very serious movie, which is what I want. And I'm not saying like that it's going to be gritty dark. I know it's going to have its humor in it and stuff like that, but I like that it really is coming off as just very dark, very down and stuff. But there's going to be those moments that break up the monotony and things like that. And there's going to be those little anecdotes here and there. But it's looking, or at least it feels like it's going to have a good, solid story to it. And things are going to, the way things are going to be, there's not going to be a whole lot of, situations where it's an entire laughing matter all the time. So it's a J drama about a girl who loves Super Sentai and Kamen Rider and other Toku heroes. That's interesting. I will have to look into that then. You can only hope that Ron Wasserman composes it. Who knows? We've seen videos from Anime America's YouTube channel. No, I have not. I don't think so. But I may check them out. Angry Video Game Nerd says to stay away from NK Mythology Sub-Zero. I watched his review today. Well, I think I beat him to that because I stayed away from it years ago. So this guy got that Keki Ranger ripoff. I'd have to check it out. I'd have to check out this I have to check it out at some point. I'm sure at some point I'll check all that out. Let's see though. So MK Mythology Sub-Zero. Yeah, I remember it, but again, didn't play it. Just it's not something that really caught my interest. I don't have any thoughts on it yet, but I know that it's coming out. So, with Mortal Kombat games, it's always been kind of a little bit of a little bit of hit and miss for me over the years. There's some that I've liked more than others. No, I haven't seen SSS Gridman yet, but I plan to though. I plan to watch it all. Keeps it hidden from coworkers. She fears that passion might be exposed, so she's afraid of being looked at as an otaku, I guess, instead of an otaku, an otaku. She doesn't want to be seen by one, or seem like one to her coworkers, and feel embarrassed and shunned. Maybe that's hilarious. I'll have to check it out. And it looks like it is a Japanese series, looks like. That is so funny. Get out of here. That's crazy. That's funny. Let me see. It might be canon with Gridman. Interesting. Did you hear what happened on Twitter with Bulma's English voice actress? No. All right, Jordan. No, I'll still be here. Yeah, it's Japanese. Yeah, I see like some picture stuff for it. I'll check it out at some point, and then maybe give my thoughts on it on another video. I'd have to like sit down and watch it just to see. About the 1-up retro arcade cabinets for MK 1 and 2. No, Tricon. I don't think I have. And welcome to the stream, by the way. I know that they've made a lot of these retro cabinets now, these little mini ones that you could buy at like Walmart and places like ThinkGeek that that have Pac-Man and some of the older games and stuff on them. But no, I don't. And some have like some Street Fighter games. So I guess, is that what you're talking about? Is it those little ones? Have you seen the video of the transgender arguing with a GameStop employee? Yeah, I have seen that video, and I have to say that all I'm going to say about that is that that person did not act very ladylike. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, what's going on, Donnie Pearson? That's awesome. Been a Power Ranger fan since the Mighty Morphin era. I think there's a lot of people here that probably have been. Do you like Lupin Ranger versus Power Ranger? I like the theme of it, but I haven't actually been able to delve into it. So I don't think that Lost Galaxy was great. I would agree with you, Fire Drake Burst. It's not a great series, but I don't think it's a bad series either. So it's Ma'am. It's Super Ma'am and Aqua Ma'am. Oh, man. Bulma's voice actor brought justice. Oh, geez. What kind of justice are we talking about here? Are we talking about social justice, or she just brought justice as in she brought, about the whole Twitter thing. Basically, everyone created an account and went on to attack her on Bulma's face, caught wind of it and defended it after the account was deleted. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, I don't doubt it, Yuki. I'm pretty sure it's yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. A lot of people like that season of Super Sentai. Like I haven't that I can recall to this point. I don't think I've heard anybody say anything at all negative about it. So it's one that it's one that looks very appealing too. I like that whole idea of having two Ranger teams versus each other, but essentially it's an interesting dynamic. So it's one of those Super Sentai shows that I definitely want to watch. So hey, what's up, Cityscape? That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people. I remember the down south were called the Lost Galaxy suits, the Charlie Brown suits. He referred to them as the Charlie Brown shirt suits. One time at a convention that he was at, he said, the Charlie Browns, because they have the little peaks on them and stuff. So from pacing and focusing too much on a particular team. Okay, fair. That's fair. Like keeper from. I have to check it out. So. I will have to check that out. I will have to check it out. Lupin versus Pat. Like I said, that's one that looks really appealing to me for sure. And I know that if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure you guys will correct me if I'm wrong here. I know that a lot of the Lupin versus Pat theme was, or at least for the Lupin Rangers, it was. My understanding is that it was inspired by Lupin the Third. Oops, sorry about that. That it was inspired heavily by Lupin the Third. That's their namesake, I guess. So that's also interesting to me. So oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Emmanuel Cobain. Okay, I completed my orchestral mock-up cover of John Ottman's from Superman Returns. I plan to upload it on my SoundCloud page tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome, Donnie Pearson. That's cool. Yeah, John Ottman did a good job. I mean, obviously, John Williams is untouchable. So, but I had no problem with John Ottman's score from I think what did John Ottman do? He did, I think, from Superman 2 to 4, didn't he? John Ottman did. if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong about that, but I thought from parts 2 to 4 it was John Ottman, or was it 3 to 4? So I'm having a show featuring two Sentai teams when one team is getting most of the attention from Jamaica. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, season 2 of Beast Morphers are already filming. The Great Smookin', what's up? How you doing? Appreciate you joining the stream. Yeah. As far as I definitely would love to take a crack at Kamen Rider in the same kind of format potentially in the future, for sure. I would probably I probably wouldn't go too much over the first Kamen Rider series, only because I already kind of heavily covered that in the first part of Henshin time. So it would probably be just kind of a little bit of a recap of the first season, but I probably wouldn't go into too well. I probably wouldn't summarize the series so much as talk about what maybe went into the production of the first season, and then from there go on from other ones. But yeah, there's definitely potential to do something like that in the future. I wouldn't mind, and I wouldn't mind doing Metal Heroes as well. So, all right, let me see. I'm actually doing a convention this weekend. See the Wave. I will be at Orlando Toy and Comic Con this weekend, which will be at the Florida Mall Hotel. Do you see or know about an anime a place farther from the universe? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Tricon. Perhaps. Let's see. Are you talking about Bokendra? Charizard Ranger? Isn't that? Oh no, you're talking about teams. Okay, wait. No, that's right. No. You're talking about Lupin Pat. Okay, I'm thinking. For a moment, I thought you were talking about Bokendra when you mentioned Treasure Hunting. How would you feel if Jason never left the original? Oh, if Jason, I'll put it like this: if Austin St. John had never left the show, he probably would have remained leader for the rest of the time that he was there. The only reason that Tommy was rewritten to be the leader was because of the fact that Austin St. John was gone halfway through the filming of that. So that's how they re-edited everything, obviously. So they had to put it, they had to give, the next, I guess, reason. I mean, he would have been the next logical choice, obviously. So either him or Billy, but I guess they felt because since Tommy was already so popular, just go ahead and make him the leader of the series. But yeah, had he not left, I think we would have seen a completely different world out there for sure, in terms of not just. I mean, what's crazy is Austin St. John's popularity is pretty big, at least among the fandom. So, I mean, if anybody is obviously nobody's going to be as popular as JDF because he knows how to put himself out there just as much. But I think Tommy. I think you would have seen a long run of there being, this dynamic between the powerful bromance between Jason and Tommy, all probably up until like they were both ready to leave the show. So, just curiosity, which Sentai would you like to see adapted into Power Rangers after Beast Morphers? Well, a lot of people are speculating that it might be Juodra. I don't know. Honestly, I mean, whatever works, I guess. I mean, they could go right back to whatever Saban was originally intending before that. So, Ken Thorne scored Superman 2 and Superman 3. Alexander, where's the composer behind the original Star Trek theme tune score? Superman 4, Quest for Peace. So John Ottman just did the theme then, right? He just did he just redid the theme, didn't he? The Superman theme. Or something. Lupin Smith was a bit of persona. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm trying to catch up with everyone here, so just be patient. I'll get to your question. All right. Team and Tommy still became the White Ranger and not the leader. Yeah. Basically, he would have still become the White Ranger, but he would have not become the leader. had Austin St. John left the show. There was no plans to like. That's something that was probably written into the show. Well, from my understanding, at least, it wouldn't have happened that way. He wouldn't have become leader of the team. He would have just been the White Ranger. That's it. He would have come to their aid kind of the same way he did when he was Tommy, when things would have escalated, when he was the Green Ranger, when things would have escalated, they would have called him. He would have come and helped. Lupin gets all the toys. They're super weak. They're cops and haven't gotten any real upgrades, but Lupin gets all the toys. Dang. Okay. Thank you for that, Yuki Dog Zombie. I appreciate that. Yeah, please. I mean, whenever you guys can, anytime you guys share the videos and, you know, like them and comment on them and share them out, that really helps me a lot. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. That helps me a great deal. Yeah, of course. No problem, Great Smoogan. As far as Henshin time, I still feel we should try to get Bruno involved and maybe the guys from Shout Factory. Well, Bruno lives a little bit. He lives on the East Coast now, I believe. I think he moved to Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. So now we're in the same time zone. So there's probably a greater chance, you know, now that we're also living on the same side of the country, there's probably a greater chance of us crossing paths a little bit more often. Because before he was literally living on the other side of the country. So when he was in California. So I know Bruno. I've met Bruno. I don't know him like personally. Me and him have had a few. We've had maybe a handful of interactions. Maybe like once. Well, maybe like twice. Maybe 2 or 3 times. No, probably about twice. Maybe like twice ever at conventions that we've crossed paths at. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm always down to collab with people as long as they're down to collab with me. So it could be possible he could be on a future episode of Henshin Time. Yes, I live in. Well, there's plenty of stuff going on in Florida. So I do a lot of shows here in Florida. Yuki Dog Zombie. I do MegaCon. I do Florida SuperCon typically. So if there's a convention here that I'm heading to, I usually put it out there. So you hear about the reports of Subaraya finding a U.S. company to revive the franchise in the States? No, I did not hear about that at all. I definitely would love to learn more information about that, though, Kamen Rider Deno. I completed plays with Chris Mock-up covers. Raiders March and the NBC Nightly to Mission. Nice. Can't wait for the Ultraman Netflix series. It gave off an Iron Man feeling, if you know what I'm saying. I'd have to see the trailer for it, but I know it's something that I want to see because I wanted to read the manga when I first had heard about it. All right, take care, Fried Drake Burst. What if the Dark Ranger came to Dino Charge? Be interesting. Shake things up a little, right? If the original 3 didn't leave, the second season, would Tweet Train still be alive today? That's hard to say. That's definitely much harder to say. Who knows, right? I mean, maybe that accident would have happened regardless, because my understanding is the car accident that she was involved in, she was actually on her way to a wedding rehearsal, I believe, because one of her best friends, Dustin Nguyen, was getting married, and she was, I believe, going to be one of the bridesmaids at his wedding, or one of the maids of honor, if I'm not mistaken. But Dustin Nguyen, for those of you that don't know, he was also a Vietnamese actor that had done television shows. The ones that he's best known for, though, is he played the role of Aoki in 21 Jump Street, and he also was in a show with Pamela Anderson called VIP, I believe. He was also part of that cast. So I've met Austin a couple of times, and he is the most real of the original cast. Him and David Yost, John Lemus. Yeah, I agree, John. Yeah, Austin's a real dude. What you see is what you get with him. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of divide there between who you're seeing right there and the guy behind the scenes. And I say this because as a person that's actually been behind the scenes with him, I mean, whenever in a more kind of private setting. So I've kind of seen how he really is and how he really interacts, and he's he's definitely one of the more sincere, realist people that you're gonna meet. You know, is it right that I can show you my concept drawing on my weather theme? Sure, sure. I wouldn't mind seeing that. If you want to send it over to my my Facebook like page, just send it in a message. I don't mind checking it out. It's not a problem. They need to give more Ranger actors more spotlight. No offense. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Ty the Anime Speedster. I do agree that there should be more people getting a bit more of that spotlight, because Power Rangers at its core has always been a show about a team. So I think that's, you know, you don't need to just. I get it. He's the most popular guy. You know, the most popular Ranger in the franchise history. So I understand why they would milk that. But yeah, exactly. There's others, right? I'm sure you already answered this, but what's your favorite Sentai series? Jetman. If I had to pick, it would be Jetman and Die Ranger. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Donnie Pearson. That's awesome, man. Go Busters. I haven't finished it. I've seen like the first 20 episodes of Go Busters, but I never got to finish it. Have you read the Boom comics of Power Rangers? Yes, I have, Tricon. Maxim Russian Battlefield Boy, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hasbro should really capitalize on making Master Morphers for us older fans. They definitely, oh yeah, they'll definitely sell for sure. Don't be surprised if you see that as part of one of the initial things that comes out for the Lightning Collection. Maybe not on the first run of Lightning Collection items, but I can see it coming out. Yeah, the Great Smookin', yeah, they're definitely going to make MMPR stuff. There's no way they're not going to. That's MMPR is always going to be a cash cow for them because of the older collector base. So, yeah, Hasbro does have a couple things in the work. Yeah, it's not dead. I mean, that's just some silliness that's out there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Lightning Collection has to offer. On their episode of Family Matters. Yep. I remember it. Yeah. Steve Urkel beat up Tommy. What's up, Nelson Moreno? You always come at the last moment, man. The stream is probably gonna wrap up soon here. I have to see O Ranger. I haven't had a chance to watch O Ranger. Yeah, I know that he was that Walter Jones was on Space Cases. That was his other thing that he did. Yeah, the Wolverine. Yeah, pretty much. That's what a lot of people have. That's what a lot of people take issue with at least those first 3 X-Men movies, is that they're really Wolverine and the X-Men, as opposed to being about the X-Men. They're really more about Wolverine, and the X-Men are kind of, you know, they're just there kind of for backup. So it is what it is. You know, it's something we can't help. So hopefully they'll do better in the future. But all right, I'm going to take a few more questions here, and then we'll call it for the night. Days of Future Past, a little bit, but Days of Future Past surprisingly didn't focus on Wolverine as much as I would say the first 3. I think the first 3 definitely, it was pretty obvious that the story that they put the spotlight on, you know, was Wolverine's story over everyone else's. At least in Days of Future Past, it was a little bit more about what was going to happen. You know, I mean, at the core, they still try to make it about getting Magneto and Charles Xavier on the same page. So since who played Billy in the 2017 movie will be in the new Swamp Thing series on DC Universe streaming service. Interesting. I hadn't heard of that. Yeah, I know that he was in that series. Yeah, so was Amy Jo Johnson. Yeah, she kind of tanked the Power Rangers series a little bit in that, but she was joking around, but it almost sounded like she had a little bit of resentment. But hey, who knows? Who knows how she really feels, right? I'm just saying as a person from my perspective, that's what it came across to me. But I'm sure there's a lot of people pumped for Kingdom Hearts 3. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. But I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Be on the lookout for the next stream. I'll be sure to post it here on YouTube when that's when I'm going to schedule that out. This weekend I will be at a convention. I will be at Orlando Twin Comic-Con. So for those of you that are here in Florida or in the Orlando area, if you want to come out, it's going to be at the Florida Mall Hotel. Come check it out. I'll be there. If you guys want to stop by and say hi, I'll have a booth there, selling some goods. So be on the lookout for the next one. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Common Writer Deno. You are the stream daddy of the night. Thank you for the live chat earlier, or the super chat earlier. Appreciate that. And guys, please continue to share the videos, liking them, commenting on them. That helps a lot. So until next time, guys. I'll be at Florida SuperCon. I should be at Florida SuperCon, John Lemus, just to answer your question. So I'll check you guys out later. You guys have a good one, and thanks for joining the stream.